Okay, so good evening, everyone. Yeah, welcome to today's class. Um, today's session on Power BI Weekly, which is a weekly training section that we have training us on Power BI. Today's session, we're going to start learning how to build visuals that work, visuals that are professional. Now, this class is going to be, you might take a bit on it or we take a very short time with it. I might not be the only one who is going to be taking this session, right? Just so you know. So I'm going to be having some other very top people who do quite a lot of things with visuals, and I'm going to be inviting them over to actually take some parts. So maybe when we get to dashboarding and the rest. But to ease their time and everything, I'm going to start with the basics. Today, our next class, I'm going to work on the basic things about visuals, types of visuals, and everything. Also, so before now, what have we done? We talked about the foundations of Power BI, what Power BI is really all about, the different types of how Power BI is differentiated by Power BI service, Power BI desktop, Power BI mobile, and the rest like that. Then we proceeded to talking about data and everything about data, everything you know about data, and also importing data into the Power BI system. And then the last week we discussed about transformations, where we did quite a lot of transformations. We had a 20 sheet document in which we did 20 types of transformations, and for those of us who are wondering what that is, the recording the session is on YouTube. You can go to the YouTube, just follow the YouTube page. You will see everything there. So today we are starting visualization. I remember my humble self, Abdullah Orlua Bankole. So what's our agenda for today? Today we're going to be discussing about charts. We're going to be talking about bar chart, line chart, pie chart, formatting, and then we're going to be going in depth into each and every one of them. So today's class is going to be a mix of both practical and theoretical, right? So I'm going to quickly go to my Power BI now, and I'm going to simulate from the last thing we did together. So for transform data, okay, 1 minute. So last we were together, we talked about transform data, and since we've been able to transform every single one in this place, so I'm just going to quickly teach something here before I go into that. Is that if you look at this place here, I already told you that what we are going to be working with is our Ninja phone sales, right? That's the file we are going to be working with all the time. Is the file that we're going to be creating dashboard on. Is my own file, is our file, we're the one doing it ourselves. So if you see it outside, you know that it is somebody from our class that left it outside. So, but the issue now is you have 24 queries in this place, and we don't need all of these ones because all these ones are just here for training sake. They are not the um, actual files that we need. Are you following? So what do we do? Because if I bring them over to Power BI, it just makes Power BI heavy. So what do we do? Instead of you loading all of this, you can do something. Let me see if I can highlight more than one together. Okay, just ignore the errors. I think you remember why we have the errors, right? I'm trying to see if I can merge, so I can't highlight all together. So if you can't highlight, what are you supposed to do? What I want us to do is you can actually right click, and this place that says enable load. Are you following? This place that says enable load, you can uncheck it. So what does that mean? It means that what if you enable the load, it will not be able to go into Power BI desktop. So it will not give you any form of headache. Are you following me, everybody? So I can just say continue, and you can see immediately I say continue, it's slanted. It's what? It's slanted. So that is some of the things that you can actually do. So I don't need all of them actually. So I'm just going to enable load. I don't want to delete it because I'm still going to be sharing this file with everybody maybe. So I am just going to enable it. I'm just going to click disable its loading. Are you following me, everyone? So that's something that we actually do majority of the time. So you could have done quite for example, another use case of this is if you look at this down here when we did master marketing data 1, 2, 3. If you can remember that we had a new merge. At the end of the day, we might not need 1, 2, 3 again. It might be only that merge that we need, isn't it? So that is why you need to always sometimes disable the loading of some things, and the only one that you want to see at the other end is what you enable. Is that understood? So I don't want to see this one, so let me take it from down. If I know a faster method, I would have used it, but from the top of my right now, I don't know any faster method. So, but this is the pain of what we have to do, because I don't want it to actually be at the other end. So just one moment, give me a moment. Uh, for those of you following, you might want to do some of yours as well, or you can always come back to it later. But the what this does is it won't make it show when we um when we move to Power BI now. So because what I only want to see in Power BI is what I only want to see the Ninja phone shop data. That's everything I want to see. So that is what I'm working on currently. I think all is done except this one. Yeah. Good. So now I'm going to come down here and then click close and apply. And let's see. It's going to try to apply. Is evaluating, is applying, and boom. So now everybody, do you see that all those things that were here before, all of them, they've all gone now. All of them have gone now. So that is what um that is how to work with that is how to do that. So now I have this Niger phone shop which is we've actually cleaned, and we have all these columns inside of it. Now to give a closer view, I can actually come to this place to the table view. When I click on the table view, I can see the Ninja shop table, all of them showing in this place. I can see the Ninja shop table showing here, and that's something that so that you can say, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. So this is all that is here. Are you following me, everybody? So we have all this here, and then what else again? I'm beginning to notice some error in the total amount. Why am I having error? Okay, no issues. We can always work on that. I thought we cleaned it already. Then we didn't complete it. So now visuals. So now I've already taught you how to load in data into your Power BI desktop now. So we have been able to bring the data from our Power Query. Now we've brought it into the Power BI desktop. Now from here now, we can now start doing quite a lot of things. Now we're going to be talking about visuals. So visuals are used to show graphs or tables to summarize our data in a way that it's caching, in a way that we can be able to see exactly what the data is all about in a summarized version, in a graphical version, right? And this is one of the most popular use cases of Power BI. Is a visualization tool. So we have quite a lot of people using Power BI as their visualization tool. One, because it's very easy to use. It's one of the best actually. Second to Tableau as well. We have Tableau. We have big um, different different types of it. Google has their own. It's not coming to my mind right now. Something around Click or something, and every other person have their own visualization tool. But Power BI and Tableau are the industry leaders, and Power BI is one of the top. In fact, I think it's the most used visualization tool everywhere, just because I think it's in the Microsoft ecosystem. Now, from there, this place that we have here that says build your visuals, so this is where we're going to be building the visuals. So it is in this same place you're going to be doing your visualization. It is in this same place you're going to be doing your dashboard, everything inside this place. Are you following me? So but today we're going to start to talk about the visualization first, what's it all about, and the rest. So we're going to move back to our agenda for today. So all the type of charts that we have some of them that are the most primary ones, the ones that no matter any amount of dashboard that is there, they will always show. They are like the most important what's it called, visuals out there, and they are the ones that are going to be starting today's class on. So let's talk about understanding the chart types. So what are the common charts that we have in Power BI? The first one is we have the bar chart. Now the bar comprises, okay, we're going to go into it. So what do we use the bar to do? The bar is used for comparing values. We have the pie. The pie is used to show part of a whole data, of whole analysis of variations. We have table. Tables are used to show details. Now, each and every one of these ones I'm talking about, each of them have the different types. So because when we have bar now, bar is divided into two. We have bar and we have column. Now that bar and column is further divided into stacked, non-stacked, 100% stacked, and the rest, which are still going to see. Pie is divided into pie, divided into donuts. Table, we have the normal table, we have the matrix table. So we are going to be seeing each and every one of them in action. Then we have the line. The line is used to show trends. It's used to show trends. So something based on time. That's what we use line to do. Then we have the maps. The maps are used to show geographical data. Then we have the card. The card are used to show single value. And we also have the multi-value cards in which you can have single values in different variations. So these are the common chart types that we have in Power BI. In fact, the truth of the matter is, if is this the only ones you know how to use, your dashboard is still going to be very, very fantastic. The dashboard is still going to come out properly. The dashboard is still going to be very, very nice. Are you following? And you'll still be able to convey 98% of the information. Are you with me? Now, so what is the golden rule for a visual or for a chart? Is that when anybody look at your charts, within the first 5 seconds, they should be able to answer a question. The question can be in different aggregate formats. It can be what is the highest revenue there, what is the lowest revenue, who is that. But any question so far that chart is actually trying to explain, the chart should be able to answer it. Are you following? Whether how big, how large, total number of customers, or any of them. So it's not something that someone has to be looking like and say, trying to figure out exactly whatever the chat is saying, like some of the things you see on LinkedIn these days. Yeah, somebody will say, I'm back again for LinkedIn people. Yes, I know. So, so your chat should be able to answer a question. Although there are some chat that will answer multiple questions, but at least a chat should be able to answer the question within the first 5 seconds. So that when they look at the chat, they should say, oh, this one, this is what it's saying, this one, this is what it's about. The reason is because the people, the stakeholders you are creating the visual for, your stakeholders, it can be your manager, it can be your MD, it can be your director, your ED, anybody. Those people are actually working with time sometimes, and they don't have the time for you to be explaining each and everything. And that is one of the good things about visualization, because it shows you in the summarized version fast, and they will look at it immediately and they should be able to understand it. That is why it's very, very important. Now, let's start with the bar charts. Now, the bar charts, when do we use the bar charts and what are the types of bar charts? So we use the bar charts where we want to compare different values across different metrics, right? So that is when we use bar charts. Also, when we want to rank items, oh, this one is bigger than this one is bigger than this one is bigger than this one. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to rank the items. Also, it is used when you want to show the differences between something, which is also you comparing. Now, we have two types of bar charts. We have the column bar chart and we have the bar chart itself. So the column one are the vertical ones. Those ones are actually standing, the stand. And then we have the bar, which is the horizontal. And the reality of it all is that the two of them work in the same way. It's just that the orientation is what is different. So let's quickly go back to our Power BI and let's bring something in. So how do I bring in a chart in Power BI? To bring in a chart in Power BI or a visual in Power BI, we use this build section. Some of you, your own can be view, some of you your own can be maybe visual, but I think it's majorly view these days. Now this build has these types of visuals that you see here. So we have close to 45 visuals here, or close to 50. Let's just say almost 50 visuals here that you can work with. Are you with me? So each and every one of them have their own peculiarity and their own use cases. Some of them are similar, which are going to be seen. The one we are working with now is, we talked about the bar chart, right? Which is this one. So how do I use it? If we look at this first top here, it comprises of all the bar charts. You have the stacked bar chart, you have the stacked column chart, you have the clustered bar chart, you have the clustered column chart, then the stacked bar chart and the stacked column chart. So you can see that all of them, whatever you have for bar chart, you also have the same exact one for column chart. So that I said the two of them are very, very similar. So how do we see it in action? Let's see it in action. So let's say we pick so when you're working with it, two things must be there. In fact, let me just pick one. Let's pick this first one, stacked bar chart. So when I click the stacked bar chart, something happens. You see it says select or add data to this visual. Then if you look at this side, it now has some things added to it. The first one is the y-axis, then you have the x-axis, you have the legend, the small multiple, and the tooltips. Let's start with the y-axis. What is the y-axis? The y-axis is your what? Is your vertical axis. Your y-axis is your vertical axis. Your y-axis is your vertical axis. Now, in this case, because we are using a a bar chart, right? That means all our stores are going to be showing horizontally. So if they are going to be showing horizontally, so let's see. It means we are going to, let's pick product now. Now you can see I choose product and I didn't even drag it anywhere. Automatically it put it in y-axis. That's method one. Another method is I can actually go to product and drag it myself to the what? To the y-axis. So that's something, because this Power BI is so simple, it's more like a drag and drop system. Everything is easy with Power BI. So now I've gone to product, but I still cannot see anything, isn't it? That's because now I have said product. Now what else is for me to define the metrics for product, right? What do I want to see in product? So let's talk about, let's say, unit price. Aha, now you can see I have chosen product and I have chosen unit price. You notice that I also just clicked on unit price and automatically it pushed it to the x-axis, which is not telling you that the sum of the unit price. What does that mean? It means it aggregated that for us. It aggregated it for us to be there. And that is what happens when you have some things that are numerical. That's why I told you in the beginning of the class is that your data type is very, very, very important. Now you can see it aggregated it for us. I have sum. What if I don't want the sum? Right? What if I don't want the sum? What if I want to know the count? What if I want to know the average? What if I want to know anything? This is where we are going to do that. So let's say I want the count, for example. Now, this is the count. Now I'm going to make this bigger so that everybody can see it. So now you can see in this what's it called? In this chart, we have the bar chart. So the bar chart has each and every of the products in the horizontal level. So you have the HDMI cable, keyboard, laptop bag, USB, all of them horizontally arranged like that. That is the bar chart. And it's quite easy for us to know that, oh, it's very easy for you to say that, oh, the product that was sold the most is probably HDMI cable. Yes, because they only spoil every three days. So you have HDMI cable, you have your keyboard, and if you just scroll down, the least sold product, unfortunately, is data cable. This is what we are talking about. So it has taken us back to that message. What it used to compare, it used to rank, and shows the difference. The three of them all at once in this chart. Please, are we following everybody? Are we following? So all at once in this what? In this chart. So that is how we use the bar chart. So I'm just going to take it to one corner. Today's class is not about, I'm not making any form of design or any, no, not yet. Let's first understand the concept first before we move to designing. So I'm just going to make this one smaller. Then let's go another one. So now that is the bar chart. Now let us now use the second type, which is what? The column chart. So for the column chart, I'm just going to choose the second one, which is also the start column chart. You can see it's down here. Now, so let me just bring it side by side, this one. Good. Now this time around, I'm going to choose the same thing. Payment, I mean, no, product first. So let's see what happens when I choose product. I'm not dragging it. I just want the intelligence in Power BI to be able to detect it itself. So I'm going to click on product, bam. When I click on product, where do you see product came? Product was brought down. Product is no more by the side here. It is now down on the x-axis because it has seen that the product is actually what? A string data is actually text-based. So when it's text-based, you know that, oh, in the column chart, the text-based is usually the one in the what? In the x-axis. It has done that. The intelligence has done that for us. Then let's also choose the what? The unit price as well. Now we have the unit price. Okay, I said I don't want what? I don't want the sum. I can also do it in this place. I can click on this place and say, oh, I don't want the sum. I can see summarization there. What do I want? I want the count. So now I have count. So now you can now see the two of them. This one and this one is the same thing. But why one is easier for me to read, the other one requires that I do what? That I bend my head. You can see now, I intentionally use the same thing for the two of them. Yes, the two of them is showing the result correctly, but one is more friendly to the person viewing it than what? Than the other. Are you following now? These are some things that you need to do what? You need to know. So you can see for the when I use this same thing for column, I need to bend my head. I need to now know I can't even see everything clearly. But in this case, it's easy for me. HDMI cable, keyboard, laptop, USB, and it goes on like that. Are we following everybody? So that is it about what? About the bar chart. So let's move. So now let's talk about creating the bar chart. I've already showed us how to create the bar chart. It's as simple as it is. So just take note that where your values are going to be. So your x-axis, what your x-axis is, and what your y-axis is. Your x-axis is your horizontal axis. Your y-axis is your vertical axis. Good. Now let's go to line chart. What's line chart? So line chart is used to show trends over time, right? It's used to show trends. Trends can now be your date, your month, your years, minutes, hours. Trend. It is time based. Are you following? And it actually shows, it tracks the changes over time. And you can also use it to compare. Oh, what happened in January? What happened in February? What happened in March? What happened in May? What happened? It goes on like that. So if you don't have any time based something, you don't want to bother yourself about line chart unless it's specifically needed for something else. But 98% of the time, if there is not time, you don't need to worry yourself about a line chart. But usually, when it comes about data, especially descriptive analysis, obviously there's going to be a time somewhere we want to know what happened in the year, in the month, in the day, or anything, isn't it? So that's when we use the line chart. Just like we have the bar chart that has bar and column, we also have the lines. We have the normal line chart, we have the area chart, which is a type of line chart. We have the stacked area chart, which is also a type of line chart. Then we have the 100% stacked area type, which is also a type of line chart. Are you seeing? So let's do it. Now let's ask ourselves, I want to do a line chart. Now the first method earlier, what did I do? I was the one that chose the chart. Let's see whether whether the intelligence in Power BI will be able to detect. So first, I'm going to click on date. Now, let me tell you something, everybody. If you look on these dates now, do you notice that there is a arrow in front of date? What is that arrow telling you? That arrow is that the intelligence in Power BI has seen that that date is a date format. And since it's a date format, it's going to have hierarchical data inside, or something we call the date parts. That is, you can split the date into its unique different parts. When I say splitting in the part, you see now when I click on it, you can see it shows the date hierarchy. What is the date hierarchy? Is the date part, the year, the quarter, the month, and the day in that date. So if I only want to see only the year in the date, if I click here, the year will show. If I only want to see the quarter in that date, if I click here, the quarter will show. If I only want to see the month in that date, if I click there, the month will show. If I only want to see the day in that date, if I click here, the day will show. That is it about that. But if you want to see all of them all together, you can click on the date alone. And when I click on that, you can see it tried to do it this way. No issues. But that is not where we are going. So I'm going to click on the line chart, which I've clicked now. You can see. Now, what do I want to see in the line chart? I want to see dates. Now I have clicked on it. It's showing all these big things. Okay, I don't want it. I want to see only the month. So I'm going to click on month. Now the month is there. The next thing is, what do I want to see over the month? Oh, I want to see the quantity, total quantity that was sold each month. So I go to quantity, I click on it, ticket. And what do I have? I have a very nice chart down here. Let me bring it across above it. So can you see this? I have this chart here that says the sum of quantity over the what? The month. Now I know that, oh, in April we sold the most, and in August we sold the least. So this has given us the trend over time. It has given us the trend over time. That is what we use that to do. So let's just do the same way we did earlier. So I'm just going to try to bring this here. So let me bring this. I want to make it the same height so that we're going to do the same thing but for different charts. So this is the sum, that's this one. So let's do the same for the area chart. So you see the difference. So the only difference is that in area chart, you are going to have a shaded portion. So I'm going to choose the same thing, month and quantity. Boom. So do you see? Do you see now that it's the same thing? Just that what? We now have shaded portion inside it. So however you want however your creativity is, or however you want to design your chart, your what do we call this thing? Your dashboard, determine which one you want to pick out of them. Like I said, today is not for designing. Today is to show you what each and every one of them represents. So we have this, and you can see all of the months are showing correctly, and you have their metrics over here. So that is what that is that. Okay, so let me just do it 2 2. So I'll bring this one under this. And I'll bring this one here. Good. Okay. So this is what? The line chart. This is the line chart. So now we have the line chart also with the different examples. So all these ones are also still the same thing. Now, let's go to the next one. So if there is no time base anything there, if there is no trend, you don't need to use a line chart. You can always use the what? The column chart or the bar chart. Now let's talk about the pie chart. What are the pie charts? The pie charts are used to show percentages, which are the part of 100%, the part of a whole data. And best case is it must not be more than 6 categories. Because there are some of us that we like pie chart, you not see it is chaka 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 chaka. No, it's between 3 to 6 categories. The best is you leave it at 4. In fact, that 4 is still too much. But the best is to leave it at what? At 4. Don't let it reach that 6 at all. So how do we work with it? So if you look at pie chart, if you look here, we have this normal pie chart and we have this donut chart. Both of them can both be used. So let's say we have the the city. So I'm going to click city. So I'm going to click city. Oh, city is too much. What can we use? This city is much. What can we use? 1 minute. Yes, payment. Even payment is too much. Okay, let's use payment. Payment is too much. It's still a bit better. So I'm going to remove city. So let's use payment. Yeah, this is still small. Good. So let's say payment and quantity. Now you can see it gave me in what's it called, in the clustered bar chart. But this is not what I want. I want it. I pick it in pie. Now, do you notice that I pick it in pie, and do you notice that this is how it is correct, but then it is just clustered just anyhow. So I'm just going to filter now. I'm going to filter and just pick just 3, right? I'm going to pick I want to pick just USSD transfer and cash. Perfect. Ticket. Now you can see. So this is much better. Don't worry about the filters. I'm still going to go about that. But this is how clean it should be. It should not be that other one that is clustered, that is just round everywhere and everybody is just picking their own share. No, you don't use that type of chart for this. But look at it in this case, it is very nicer. So it must not be more than at least that. In fact, that 6 is too much. Stop at 4. And if you do not see anyone again, okay, pick 5. But don't let it be more than 6 parts. And you can see it divided everything into different portion of the whole, and also in the different percentages, and also in the summing up to 100%. So this is how you use your what do you call it now, your pie chart. So the next one is the donut. The next one is the donut chart. I think my mic is somebody's mic is on. Let me see. Okay, the banana is muted. Okay, so I just clicked that. I copied and pasted it now. So I'm going to choose donut now. So we'll see the same thing. Now I have it in the donut format. Now, do you see the donut format? You can see it's still the same thing. It's just that now there is a hollow inside of it. Isn't it? There is a hollow inside of it. In this case, there is no hollow. But in this case, there is hollow inside of it. Now, it looks more like the donut that you love to eat. Isn't it? So that is the donut chart for you. So that is the donut chart for you. So all these charts here, they are the primary charts that we use. Now, to quickly talk about when not to use pie charts. You should not use it when there are more than 7 categories. When you want, if it's a trend over time, and if all of them does not add up to 100%, you don't use pie chart for that. Now, so what are the best practices when you have your charts? When you're working with your chart, you need to make sure that you always add title. Yes, if you look at what we have here, automatically a title is being added for us. automatically. We can see a place there's count of units by product, sum of quantity by month, sum of this by days, sum of this by that. All of these are here. Yes, you can edit it. You can change every single thing. That's one thing about Power BI. You can edit every single thing in your chart. You can say, oh, you don't want this color. You want, in fact, you can say you want several color. Oh, I don't want this line type. I want the line to be circular. To be, this is so a smooth line. I can change the way the line is. I can change the way see, don't worry. Just I'm going to do quite a lot. Trust me. So, but the goal for today, like I said, is for you to even understand all these common charts that we have here. So when you understand it, how we are not going to be formatting it, how we are going to be working with it, it will come to you naturally with practice. So you need to make sure that what you always add your titles. You tell us what exactly is in front of us. Oh, in this place, so I have the count of units by product, and I can see that HDMI cable is the one that has the highest count, right? Okay, in this place, I have the sum of quantity per month, and I can see that, oh, in April, we had a spike. April is where we sold the most, and August is where we sold the least. And here, what do I have? I have the sum of quantity by the payment method. I can see that 36% of our payment was done by USSD, 35% by cash, and 28% was done by transfer. Okay, now I know what to do with this data. So these are the reasons why you do visualizations. If you have it inside your what's it called, inside your table like this, it might not be really visible to show you all these things. But with your visualization, you can see it clearly at once. Nobody will ask you too much question. Although with this, it is still, what is this, what is this? By the time we are done formatting them, you will see that nobody will even ask you anything, because by the time they look at it straight, bing, they understand what is there. Now let's go on. So you need to you need to make sure you clearly label. The label is very, very important. For example, what does label mean? The label is, you see this side we have product, then you see this side we have count of unit price. Count of unit price, yes, is good, but we can give it another name. Here we have sum of quantity, we have month. So all this labeling, we need to make sure that they are clear enough. By the time we go into best practices, you will see that there are some of them that we will remove them totally. We're even going to do what? Remove them totally. It's not what? Some of them are not needed, but not now. When we get there, you'll be seeing it. Then you need to make sure you choose your colors wisely. This is very, 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 very important. Your color scheme. The professional I'm going to bring in knows a lot about colors. They are going to be helping us as regards that. Don't worry. How to choose colors, the websites to choose colors from, the places to pick inspiration for dashboard from. They're going to be doing all of that. And as much as possible, keep it simple. Keep it simple. For those of you that have been following me before now, you know that when it comes to my own chat and everything, as much as possible, life is not hard. Let everything be as simple as possible, isn't it? Let everything be as what? As simple as possible. You don't need to complicate things. Oh, this one is showing us the trend. Leave it at trend. Don't go and add another thing on top the trend that everybody like, what is this? Let things be simple. The simpler, the better. Me, I'm a minimalist. Maybe that's why. Except for buying shoes. Okay. So, yes, those are the best practices. Now, what are the common mistakes that beginners do? Yes, you have pie chart with 15 slices, like the one we had earlier. When you have stuff like that are plenty, just convert it into a bar chart. You are not labeling anything. You need to label so that they know exactly what is there. You are using your time, your lines without dates. For you to use your date, your line chart, you need to make sure there is a time factor there. Whether it's a day, a month, a year, a hour, minute, something trendy must be there. Then you need to make sure you don't use too many colors. 2 to 3, 2 to 4 colors maximum. Is that understood? If you look at even my PowerPoint slide, you can see the colors are just hash, orange, and black. Then only these other ones are the ones coming up, and you can see it is very, very minimal. And that is why, because I don't want you to be distracted, because when you have too much colors, it distracts the person viewing the information. When you have too much colors, it does what? It distracts the person viewing the information. Are you following, everybody? Good. So let's go. Yes, practice. So we've done the practice already. We've shown the sales by product, monthly trend. We've done all this already. So next class, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about filters. We're going to be talking about slicers. We're going to be talking about interaction. So your assignment now is that you should build different charts as much as possible. Try different types. Experiment with formatting. What does formatting is? Formatting is, so this is something that you might not know. So when you click on one chart, right? Let me just do one for you. Let me pick this line chart now. If you look at this side here, I have this. The way my own is arranged, some of you might be arranged up like this, or maybe with your build. But from my own end, you have this format here, this paintbrush here. So you click on it, boom. But if you cannot see it, just go to format up here. Okay, you cannot even do it from there, so it has to be from this other side. So just go to this format here, bam, and then this format pane will show for you. So I want to quickly format this, what is it called? The line chart. So you're going to see. And the format for each and every of the charts is what is very, very different. So you need to take notes. Look at the format for line now. You can see how long it is. If I click for this product now, you can see his own is not as long as this one. If I click on this one now, you can see his own is not as much. So this is why you need to make sure you try everything before next week, before next class. Try them. So you have this. So let's say, okay, I want to format. First of all, what are the formatting? You can see we have your size. You can work on the size of everything inside. Also, you have your title, which is the sum of quantity by month, right? So let me say quantity by month, as simple as that, right? Okay, I want it to be horizontal, and I want it to be bold. That's this. Oh, that bold is too much. Remove the bold. Good. That is for title, right? Subtitle is, I want another subtitle under it, but I don't want all that. So let's leave title. Now let's go to x-axis. The x-axis is this axis down here. Okay, this x-axis, yes, I want the values to show. If I click off the values will go off. But I want the values to be there. Then I have this title. I don't want this month to show, because this place already told me quantity by month. So I don't need this other month that is down here to show. So I can off the month. Good. Now it's beginning to make sense, isn't it? Next is, let's close that. Layout. Okay, let's leave this one. Don't worry. We are still going to go extensive. I'm just doing one example for you. Now for the y-axis, I don't want this sum of quantity. That's the title. Boom. For this case, I don't even want this, what is it called? This 300, 250, 200. That's the value. I don't want it. I want it to show like this because I want to add something, data label. So if I put on the data label, I can see each and every one of them. Now I can see what was done in each and every month, which is much better than the other one there. Okay, that is for data label. Inside the data label itself, you can see that you can do quite a lot of other things. Quite a lot of other things inside data label. You can so it's just multifaceted, but you just need to practice and work with it. I can say, oh, this line, I don't want the line like this. See the line. The line is a solid line. Okay, I don't want a solid line. I want a dashed line. Do you see it? Okay, I don't want a dashed line. I want a dotted line. Do you see it? Okay, let me take it back to solid line. Okay, now the line is round. I don't want round. I want a bevel line. Okay, I don't want a bevel line. Let me still leave it as round. Now let me now go to the interpolation style. Now you can see it is linear at the moment. Look at smooth. Do you see that? You can see when I click smooth, another one showed again. Do you want it monotone or cardinal? Okay, in interpolation side, okay, I don't want it as smooth, I want a step. Aha! When I choose step, what happens again? Another one showed again. Is it center? Is it before? Do you see? Where is it starting from? That is where should it be aligned to the axis. That is what that step position is. Should I want it after? Do I want it center? You can see, look this, you can see quite a lot of things can be done. Let me leave it as smooth. I kind of like this smooth thing. It goes like zigga zigga zigga. You can see I can even change the color. Oh, I don't want this blue now. I want okay, I don't even like any of the colors here. Let me come to more colors. I can choose color that is green based. Aha, no, I think I dig it one. Yes, I like this one now. Can you see? And the color has changed. As simple as that. So these are many things that you can do in what? In Power BI. So this is just what we have to do today. So I don't know if anybody have any questions for me. Do we have any question? Yes, Joyce.
Okay, and to ask, hi, Mr. Bankole.
Hi, Joyce. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yes, very
I have a question
yes.
regarding the chart for showing trend over time. When do you know when to use a line chart and when to use an area chart? When will you know when is
It's,
the right
it's,
time to
it's
use?
basically there's no right time. That's the truth. It's the same thing.
Mhm.
It's just based on you, what how you want to use your creativity now. Are you following? I can come here,
Okay.
copy the format
Yeah.
and give it to the same one. Everything that happened there will happen here. It's the same thing that happened. Do you see? Do you see that it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's now
Yeah.
however you want to show. Let me drag this ones like this. So your own is, oh, which one do I like better? Which one is fine? Which one will make sense to my stakeholders? Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
Do I want it
Yes.
bland like this or do I want it shaded like this? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I
Do
do
I want it
understand.
like this? Do I want it like this? It's up to you. Anyone. There are some dashboard they are working on that this is the best case scenario. Maybe because you have a background color and everything. It's because everything here is still white. You know. Now what if I'm not using white and I'm using a transparent background on and I put a blue on the background? This one might be defeated unless maybe I'm using a deeper blue or something like that that can sit on that color. But I can like the line alone to sit on it. So use case is when you are doing the designing because it's practically the same thing. Are you following? It's just that maybe one has shaded portion, the other does not have the shaded portion, isn't it? That's the only difference. So there's really no specific use case that I can take from the back of my mind right now, unless if let's say I had the color and everything and a lot of other things like that. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Madam Joyce.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know if anybody else, if any other person has a question. Any
Hello,
other
Mr.
person?
Bankole. Good evening, sir.
Yes. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. You say you're going to give us a data set to
I have
clean,
I have
and
sent
you've
it.
not
I have
confirmed
sent
it.
it to the group already.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So you're still going to drop this one for assignment, right?
Which one?
This particular one we are doing now. So like that, the exercise you just that
No,
just popped up on your slide.
this one. You have this already now. The Ninja phone shop. That's our first data set that I shared. The first one we
Uh,
did. You've forgotten.
I not joined the first
Oh,
sections.
okay. Don't worry. I'll share it again. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
I will share the data set again. Don't worry. I'll share it again.
Okay, sir.
Make sure you remind me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Any
sir.
other
I will.
person? Okay. So with this, we've come to the. Okay. Promise. Yes. Go on.
Sorry, sir. I just wanted to know the deadline for the assignment you sent to the group.
We'll discuss about it in the group.
Okay, sir.
You know what? Promise. I'm delegating that task to you. So you go to the group now. You go and give a deadline yourself on the group. Thank you very much.
Wahala.
It's as simple as that. At least we have over 100 people on that group, so let them do the assignment. Okay, another question? Do we have another question? Okay, so in absence of no question, thank you very
Hello,
much.
Mr. Bankole.
Madam Sandra, hello ma'am. I know that voice.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay, ma'am.
Yes, I'm sorry to bother you with this question because this question is from. I had issues with locating how to put the on the Power BI those green thing on top of the table that is like a chart.
Oh,
I have
okay.
problem with
Oh yeah, hold on, hold on.
I have problem. I don't it didn't show on my laptop.
Oh yeah, wait, calm down.
I tried to
Can
I
you see my
watched I
screen?
asked
Can you see my screen, Madam Sandra?
yes, yes,
Okay, good. So I'm going to
yes,
go
Mr.
to
Bankole.
the Power Query editor. If I'm to get your question right, you are asking about these green stuffs here. This one here, isn't it?
Yes,
Good. So
yes.
to do that, you go to view. You go to where? View. Under view,
View,
yes, view, up, view. You see, we have home,
yes,
transform, add column, and view. So under view, you have column
yes,
distribution and column quality. So choose column distribution and column. So let me uncheck my own. So you can see it's no more there. So when I click on column distribution, the
yes.
line will show. And if I click on quality, the quality of the data would show. So that is how you add that there, ma'am.
Okay,
You're welcome, ma'am.
okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome
God
so
bless
much.
you.
Amen. Close and apply. Another person. Promise your hand is still raised though. So I help you lower it.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. So do we have another person? So um in absence of no question, right? We are going to be closing today's class. So thank you very much everyone for staying tuned from the beginning of the class to now. Please, the video of this session will be uploaded on the YouTube link very shortly, and you'll be getting the link. Also, feel free to share. Please like, comment, watch it again, and as much as possible, please put your comments, share with your friends. The sessions is usually is free. Everything is free. So if you want to join the live session and you're seeing it on YouTube, just comment on the YouTube that you need to join the live session. I'm going to message you with the WhatsApp link, and then you get it there. And if you have friends that want to join as well, feel free to share the group with them and the YouTube playlist as well with them. So thank you very much everybody for staying tuned, and do have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye.
Bye,
Same
sir.
to you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Bankole.